Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another vidIQ live stream. My name is Dan, and today we're taking you through, I want to say the steps, but really, knowing us, it's just going to be a fun conversation about getting to, maybe one day, hopefully, 1 million subscribers. But even if you're not anywhere near 1 million subscribers, we're going to talk about the journey, what it takes to get there, and we're, of course, going to be taking your questions. We're also going to be doing something a little bit different today because, as you know, vidIQ ourselves, we recently hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. We know a thing or two about it. And one of the things that comes up when you hit 1 million subscribers is YouTube sends you a cool little award, right? They send you one for 100,000, they send you one for 1 million. And it turns out we just got our cool award for 1 million subscribers, didn't we, Rob?
Hello, everybody. First of all, Dan, I want to say well done on the intro and remembering to move the background image, which I always forget to do. You did very well there. But yes, hello, everybody. You may find me in somewhat slightly unusual surroundings. I am literally sat cross-legged on the floor right now. So a bit of an unusual position. All of the computer stuff is over here at the moment. Hi, Dan. Yes, we've gone Inception here. But there's a very, very good reason for this, because depending on when we get 150 likes, we're going to give people a little bit of an incentive. We are going to unbox this ginormous, very heavy, very weighty gold play button. I can assure you, folks, this has remained in its box for about 5 days now. The sellotape is still here. I've not had a sneaky peek or anything. I am very, very excited to open this. But of course, we wanted to share this experience with all of you, our community. So when we get to 150 likes, which we're fast approaching, then we can unbox this gold obelisk, this behemoth, this massive thing.
So here's the problem. You also need to get new shelves.
Why is that?
That thing's not going to fit on the shelves.
So, well, here's the thing, right? So yeah, I mean, let's talk about wardrobe dressing. So I currently have this shield thing, which is kind of stuck on with what are they called? These like Velcro strip things.
Command strips.
Command strips. So what I'm thinking of doing is the middle silver play button there. I'm thinking of putting some command strips there so that it will fit. I've just got to be cautious and make sure that there's a lot of command strips so it doesn't fall over and damage the play button.
So what about lighting? How are you going to light it?
Dan, come on! Why all the questions? All right, I've got this dedicated lightsaber thing, which I can maybe just give it its own dedicated lighting system, perhaps something like that.
It deserves that. I think it's the gold play button, man. You can't mess around.
Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. Shall we say some hellos, Dan?
All right.
Getting into this, go on. So I can see the monitor, so I can actually say some shout outs if you display them on screen.
Okay, how about this one?
Koifish Gaming, hello to you. Vancouver is actually in an earthquake zone. We are due the big one. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen soon. 9 more likes to go from someone too short. We've actually got 6 more likes to go, I think. Smart Baseball, 140 likes, I think. Yes, come on. Let's have some more likes from you all. Zoe Stubio, congrats, thank you. Congratulations to you. Smart Baseball, hello to you too as well. And Bico VR, I am currently really enjoying Resident Evil 4 VR, if that's what your channel's about. Nocturnal Ambience, thank you very much. But of course, we could not have done this all without all of you. And Da Lab Music Group, hello to you as well. Dan, you can do some shout outs as well.
All right. I was having fun trying to find names that you can pronounce.
I didn't do too bad there. I'm giving myself a 7 out of 10 on those pronunciations.
Hello to Viewsbot spelled wrong. Hello to Zephyr Gaming. Hello to Tangzy Sports. Maybe. Maybe. That might be their name. Eddie, hello to you. Hurdle YouTube, hello to you. And the Farm Lady, hello to you.
Oh, hello, Nigeria. Thank you for dialing in today. Well, it looks like, Dan, we've now surpassed 150 likes, which is brilliant news. So what I'm going to do is just drop off the camera for a second because I do need to set this up so that you can see the unboxing experience. Dan, over to you for a couple of minutes of filler.
All right, wow. I've been relegated to filler. I'm not capable of having a conversation with the audience that is of value. No, I am just simply filler content. You heard it here first. Go ahead, hashtag filler content in the chat. Actually, better yet, since slow mode's on, maybe you should save your chat message for something a little more interesting. Tell me how many subscribers you have on your channel right now. I'm going to start a poll, actually, and we're just going to let this run for a bit. Let's see. Are you at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube? And we're going to make the choices for this poll. Not yet. Or, yep. Yep, over 1,000 subs here. All right, cool. I want to ask everybody this question, and we will see that. You can go ahead and vote on that poll now. All right, and it looks like Rob is ready to get this started. So you got your poll. Thank you for sharing your sub counts. Let's jump over here now to Mr. Rob, who is ready to unbox the gold play button.
Okay, yes, here I am with my magic hands. And so, folks, we want this to be as much of an experience for you as it is for us. So please do make sure to ask us any questions you have about, I guess, the experience of the milestone, ordering a play button, or anything about this box itself. We want to try and give you as much information as we can for when you all inevitably hit this landmark. Dan, everything looks good?
Everything looks fantastic.
Because I'm asking Dan to help me here because I'm now literally facing away from the live streaming computer, so I cannot see anything that's going on. I'm talking more to myself than I ever have done. I'm literally talking to this box. All right.
It's not centered, if that matters. There you go.
There we go. Okay, folks. So let's talk about the box itself. It's pretty big. It is enormous. And when it comes, it has lots of tracking stuff on it and your address, which of course I've hidden or I've removed. If you want to know what's on the back of this box, there is absolutely nothing. If you want to know what's on the side of this box, there is absolutely nothing, as you can see. And my legs are already hurting because I'm sat in a really uncomfortable position. But I'm doing this all for you, all of you. Right.
That was very threatening.
Let's give you a bit of reference points. The silver play button box is that size. So now you get to see an idea of the footprint or the canvas of these two sizes. It's significantly bigger, which is why Dan is asking the question, where on earth is this bad boy going to go? And then the silver play button. This is what one of those looks like. And that's your reference point there on the box. Any questions so far from you, Dan, or anyone else?
I already asked a lot of questions about where it's going to be displayed, which I was most concerned about. How are you feeling in this moment?
I'm more nervous about whether logistically this is all working and people can see it and the live stream's running. I'm not getting that sense of accomplishment and that moment of joy right now, and I am already absolutely exhausted. I'm sweating buckets here. It's really hard work.
Well, London Visited would like to know how heavy it is.
I mean, obviously, I don't have exact measurements. Maybe I should have brought a weighing scale. But let's put it like this: I cannot hold the box like flat from my hand in the corner. Like it's too heavy. It's too heavy to do that. I would say
is it real
probably
gold?
2 kilograms, maybe 3 kilograms. So you're looking at what would that be, like 6 pounds, 6 to 8 pounds? It's pretty hefty.
Hefty. Someone wants to know, is it real gold?
I don't know. Why are you asking me these questions? So
what I wanted questions.
I know. What I can tell you is that I don't know if you're allowed to say this, so I'll try and keep it a little vague. If you wanted to buy a replacement one of these, as opposed to a replacement one of these cost 3 times as much.
Okay.
Maybe it's going to tell us, actually. Maybe it'll have some information about what materials it's made out of.
Oh, does the silver one have that?
I can't remember if it does, to be honest. I know there's a letter inside, and I know that it'll tell us who made it. I think that's what I can remember from the silver play button experience, but I don't know if there's anything else extra in here.
2 more questions. Is it free, and is it free to ship from 2 different people?
So, yes, it's free. It was free to ship this to Canada. I assume that it's going to be free to ship to most countries, as far as I'm aware. And you can buy replacements, or like as there's a team here at vidIQ, we may buy more gold play buttons. So you get the first one free, and then if you want any more, you would have to purchase them. So that's a good question. Now.
Koi Fish Gaming would like to know: does it blend?
You need a big blender. I don't know. Has the blending channel done this already? Maybe they have.
That would be. See, that's what they should have done if they didn't. I would. That's absolutely what they should have done.
I'm sure What's Inside have tried this. I'm pretty certain they sliced and diced their silver play button. I'm sure they must have done the same for the gold play button as well.
Didn't they do someone's diamond play button? Or
yeah, was it Kes's?
Maybe.
They definitely did it to somebody's. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to know more about the actual contents and material of the gold play button, then yeah, check out What's Inside.
Vari Studios TV would like to know: can they borrow it?
No. Simply put, right. No, you can't. Unless you were going to pay for all of the shipping plus $1 million commission on top. I think that should cover me.
A girl in her passport says gold actually scratches easily. So I guess that could be the test. Maybe do you have a knife or something you could just scratch it with to see how easy it scratches?
Do I?
Yes, perfect.
What a lovely segue. Yes, I've got a ridiculously sized knife in order to cut through the sellotape, but we will not be testing today whether or not it scratches. And I don't know, if I just wave my knife around, is this going to get us in trouble with community guidelines or anything?
YouTube's logo, you waving a knife?
I don't know. All right, should we do some cutting? Should we get in here?
Yep. Someone asked how to get a diamond one. It's 10 mil. We'll have that soon. But yes, let's go ahead and start slicing.
Yeah, that's for next year. Right. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get a knife in here.
Oh, watch your fingers. Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
Through. There we go. Nice and easy for that one. We've got one that we need to do here. I need to make sure that you can all see this as I'm cutting. There we go. And then we got the left-hand side of a box.
You're putting your fingers in the way of the knife. What are you doing?
I'm a professional at this. Right, okay. Right, so that's a dangerous thing.
Hashtag bloodbath. No kidding. Get in there now.
All right.
Place your bets.
Folks, if anybody wants to clip this bit or record it, then now's your chance. Because the funny thing is, actually, I don't know if you saw this, Dan, but a lot of people actually recorded the moment that we hit 1 million subscribers, because we live streamed it.
Yeah.
There were several people who did that and posted the video on YouTube, which is fine. I didn't have an issue with that. And I made sure to comment on as many of them as possible. So that was then. This is now. I'm just going to make sure that the camera has nothing but the play button in. Okay, are we ready?
Oh, it's tilting. It's sliding. Wait, fix it.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's this camera again. Oh, hang on, right, just a sec. Let's make sure that it's super tight here. So it
this is professional grade content, everybody.
Right, so should we do a countdown? Dan, count us down.
All right. 30, 29.
All right.
20. What?
All right. Download daily ideas while we're counting down.
Okay. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I didn't cut it properly. Hang on. No. All right, I got it. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's do one from 5 this time.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Wow.
Oh, it's not real gold at all.
Wow. All right. It's just felt.
Huh. Well, congrats. Congrats on 1 million.
All right. Can I just do something? I've just realized. Dan, can you just fill for a second? Because I need to plug in my cable to my plug, or the camera's going to run out. So yeah, just give me a few seconds. Take me off camera for a second.
All right. Well, there you go, everybody. That was the gold play button. Rob just got some styrofoam in a box. I think the play button might be underneath, but you'll have to keep watching to find out. But right now, we are just making sure we don't have any technical difficulties as I wave my hand and almost spill my drink all over my desk, which would have given me technical difficulties. And if that had happened, then there'd be no one here to host the stream. So looking at our poll we put up earlier, I asked if you're at 1,000 subscribers, and it looks like 68% of you said not yet. I'd be curious to know of the 32% that said you're over 1,000, where you are. If you're in that group, feel free to let us know in the chat. How many subscribers, for those of you over 1,000, do you currently have? Because today we're talking about getting you to that next milestone. Of course, we did title the stream How to Get 1 Million Subscribers. If you put to practice the various tips we tend to give here on the channel, it all gets subscribers the same, right? You just continue to progress through your YouTube journey. So we're awaiting Rob to come back. I'm going to look at some of these numbers here, and it looks like Buick Outdoors is at 1,200 subscribers. Gareth is at 3,000. Simpson is at 2,000. We have, I'm going to truncate these myself here. Odenwire, I think maybe at 3,600. Wow, congrats. I have 1048, hoping to gain more in the future. Obviously. We have, it'd be funny if someone said I have 1048 and that's enough for me. All right, cool. Rob is back, so let's go ahead. And now we're split screen, which is I did not mean to do. Here we go.
All right. Sorry about that.
Wait, I'm still messing with things here. Here we go.
All right. So yeah, sorry about that. I was just looking at the battery indicator on my camera, and I realized it was at 2 bars because I was messing about with the cables earlier on. But you probably don't care about any of that. You're just saying, Rob, lift this thing. Here's a little tease. Whoa. Whoa.
Wait, there's a note under there.
There is. Shall I just sneakily get a note out first?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, there we go. Now this is where hopefully the Sony ZV-1 is gonna come up trumps here with its magnificent zoom.
Ooh.
Can we see that?
Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. If your award was damaged during shipping, Rick, if you have any questions, please contact Rick. YouTube creator at societyawards.com.
Yay. Thanks, Rick. All right.
Be respectful towards Rick.
So here, Rick, this is all on you now. The pressure is no longer on me. The pressure is on Rick to make sure that he handled this gold play button the way it should be handled. Let's do another countdown, Dan. Over to you.
All right. 50, 49. All right, fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey! go. Blimey, it is just big. It is so big.
It's bright.
Shall we come back to this letter in a second? I think we shall.
Yes.
We'll do the gold play button itself. And wow, oh my word, it is just glorious. It is magnificent. But most importantly, silica gel.
Don't eat that.
Oh, blimey. Right, let's see what I should do. Okay, let's put that over there. Oof. There it is. It's still in some cellophane wrap, so I think we should get it out of there.
This is where we scratch it, folks.
No, please don't scratch it. There we go. Right, there. This is it. That is the vidIQ gold play button. Let's just see if I can move this box so that we have a clean image of this. If anybody wants to clip it, take a screenshot, etc., etc. Because this is all down to you, folks. We work hard to educate you on how to grow your channels, and we practice what we preach, and it has enabled us to support at least 1 million people at some point in their YouTube journeys. And we could not have done this without you. So thank you. A round of applause to all of you. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. And here we go. So I'm just going to try and tilt it a little bit to help with the lighting, because you can see I've got some lights all over the place to make it look nice and gold.
Make it look gold, so it's not. Yeah, it doesn't actually look gold without the lighting.
Yeah. It kind of looks a little bronze in some ways, doesn't it? Blimey, it's a hefty chunk of metal or whatever material it is.
The verdict's still out, and this is made of real gold.
Sure. Right. If this was made all out of real gold, I wouldn't be able to lift it, and it would be worth millions and millions of dollars. Maybe there's a bit of gold plating somewhere in this. Who knows? Maybe in one of the, in the grooves here or something. I'm going to try and get this to reflect me.
You know, true story. At one time, it was made of real gold, but we've helped so many people reach 1 million subscribers, they had to stop putting gold in it.
Oh, that's it, is it, Dan? Yeah, that's a very good point. So yeah, presented to vidIQ for passing 1 million subscribers. I could have given ourselves a comical channel name, because you can, when you're filling out the form, you can put in any name you want, which is I think why Jack Success Life has so many weird channel names for his play buttons.
Could you
very ingenious of him.
Do you think there's ever a play button that went out where someone's name was misspelled?
Well, I guess whoever that was, Rick, probably doesn't work for the YouTube Society's award anymore.
But that's why they had to hire Rick. Kept happening.
Because Jeff fouled everything up before him. All right, I was going to try and turn off the lights to see if that. Oh, does it look better? No, I think that looks okay.
I think it glows in the dark or something.
Got any questions then at the moment from anyone?
Let's see. Does anyone have any questions about the play button itself? We're going to do regular YouTube Q&A today as well.
Absolutely.
Don't worry. This is not the whole stream today, but if you have any questions about the play button itself, now's the time. We're going to stare at it for a couple more minutes here. Let's see. Everyone's really upset with Rick, but it looks good. I don't think Rick messed this up. I think Rick did a good job.
No, I think he's done a grand job. Here's the back of it. You got 2 hooks at the top there if you wanted to hang it anywhere. But yeah, I think the command strips talking about furniture dressing again are probably going to go there, and then hopefully stick up there going forward.
How long did it take to get to 1 million?
Okay, so I'm trying to remember. I think I made my first vidIQ video on the channel in April 2016. And at that point, we were at 1,500 subscribers. We hadn't really done anything before that. I think just one advert really on the channel. So for vidIQ, it's taken 5.5 years. But I wasn't working full-time on the channel until 2017, October 2017, when we were at 90,000 subscribers. And so I would say that's when the real work started. So a little over 4 years to get 900,000 subscribers.
So there's a couple questions here in relation
Yeah.
to how long it took to get it. One person asked how long it took to ship. Someone else asked how long did it take for you to get the play button from the moment you got the 1,000,000 subscribers?
Okay, so
Similar
that
question.
is a good question. So we surpassed 1,000,000 subscribers on November the 6th. And then what happens usually is that YouTube will send you like a coupon code almost, like to redeem it. And after about 3 or 4 days, I contacted YouTube and said, should I be getting a coupon? And I said, it usually takes a week from when you hit 1,000,000 subscribers. So I waited a week and we didn't get a coupon code. So I emailed them again and I said, yeah, okay, we've got this code for you. Use it. And so I did. And then, Dan, I was asking you to check this yesterday. We actually got a coupon code as a notification in the YouTube studio.
Oh.
And I was thinking, oh, have we got, is that a different coupon code so we can claim another gold play button for free? But alas, it was the same one that I'd used a couple of weeks earlier. So I think I got the coupon code, I would say, not last week, the week before. So I think I redeemed it 2 weeks ago. Hang on, how can I describe this best? I think from the moment I claimed it, it took around about 2.5 weeks for them to prepare it and then ship it. But that's to Canada. I don't know if it would take a less amount of time if it was being shipped in the US, because I think they all come from New York, a manufacturing plant in New York, and it might take longer in other countries. So I would say from turnaround time of hitting 1,000,000 subscribers to actually receiving the gold play button, it was about 3 weeks.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
So let's see, a lot of questions that we've answered already. Like, does it cost money? They give you the first one for free.
Correct.
So can I bring myself back up, by the way, or do you still want?
I think we're good now. We've passed the clean images bit, Dan. Thanks.
No problem. So I'm just looking to see if there's any other questions we haven't answered yet. When do you think you'll hit 2,000,000 subscribers?
I think the goal for us, depending on how the channel changes in the future, we have some plans for 2022. And if we execute on those plans, we're hoping that maybe by the end of 2023, that might be a possibility. But YouTube's tough. You know, we went through a couple of years of success and growth, and it feels a little bit like we've almost limped over the 1,000,000 subscriber milestone, just because of how YouTube education search has changed. And so we're going through a challenging period on the channel, which is why we're thinking of how we can reinvigorate our content. So we'll see. But we're sort of looking for maybe end of 2023, 2024.
I will one more time. I'm just going to let everybody know we are doing an actual Q&A segment here really soon about YouTube growth and things like that. We're just we thought we'd bring you along for opening the gold play button, and someone is trying to get me to get you to read the letter. So do you think it's time to read the letter?
So shall we do the letter then? So is that coming through okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read the letter if y'all want me to. If you took one step from each subscriber you have, do you know how far that would get you? For starters, over 13 times around the perimeter of Beijing, or 14 times around Paris, or 15 times around New York. What does that actually mean?
I don't know what that means.
Does
one
that mean
step for each subscriber you have, so that you'd be able to circumvent the globe?
Are they measuring the average height of subscribers?
Yeah, like have we taken into account the speed in which people walk and like the amount of space between their legs when they
hang on. I was completely misinterpreting that. I was thinking that we were taking the actual length of a human being. So like if I had 1 million human beings and I laid them down. So yeah, I completely misread that.
I would watch that channel.
What if I've got a really small shoe size as well?
Right. There's too many factors here.
Consider that, Susan Wojcicki. Okay, let's continue. That's because you have over 1 million subscribers, but your influence stretches beyond that of a single city. Yeah, let us know in the chat where you are from. Through your incredible creativity, it's not creativity, it's just copying other people, and dedication, you have built a dynamic community. Nah, this community is not dynamic. That dynamic. We're only on 281 likes. Can we get up to 350, please?
What are you doing right now?
Across continents and binds people together from all corners of the globe. The globe is circular. It doesn't have corners. They come together to be inspired by your unique voice and vision. YouTube
wait.
Yeah.
Did Rick write this?
I don't know. No, this is from Susie. This is from,
all right.
From our Lodge Leeds.
This just
CEO.
seems very Rick to me.
YouTube started with an idea of a platform where anyone can broadcast oneself. I thought it was started as a dating video platform. And you've done exactly that. No dreams are too big and no details too small when it comes to the care that you put into engaging with your community. You can see the thought and effort I put into this setup. Like, tremendous. To honor your remarkable achievements, we are proud to present to you with the Gold Creator Award. Oh, so is that the official title then? It's not a play button anymore. It's the Gold Creator Award. We hope that it will inspire you and remind you how much you mean to so many. We know that this milestone only begins to tell your story. You are also part of a groundbreaking group of creators who are building the next generation of new media companies.
Yeah.
Every day, you are reinventing how stories are created and shared, and we can't wait for the next chapter of your story. Does that mean, Susan, you are going to subscribe to our channel? Because it sounds like you're pretty excited and interested. We should maybe check and see if Susan and Rick are subscribed to vidIQ as one of a million subscribers.
Oh, I think you just scratched it doing that.
Nah, it's all good. I'll show you what a scratched one looks like.
Oh.
Yeah, hang on. Give me a second here.
He's got a scratched one.
Yeah. Oh, my legs are really hurting me now. I've been in a squat position for about half an hour now. So when we got our first vidIQ silver play button, I thought a good idea would be to bring it to VidCon so we could show it to everyone and could take pictures with it. Little did I know that I had it in my backpack with something, maybe some keys, that put massive scratches on it. Look at that. Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I ruined it somewhat, unfortunately. But that's why I bought a second silver play button for vidIQ. Good segue though, Dan. We can do a bit of a reference point here again and compare the size of them.
Yeah, that thing is tiny.
Significantly bigger. I would say it's probably double the footprint, if not more. And also, look at how
oh my gosh,
the difference in thickness. This one, like, you know, you can do all sorts. It's very light and agile. I mean, if you wanted to use this as a weapon in Cluedo, you know, like Rob with the gold creator button in the studio, this would do you a job. This would do a job. That would take somebody out, no problem.
I think that's the next question everyone's wondering. Could I bludgeon somebody with it? Oh my goodness. All right. Do you think we're ready to move on to the next?
Let's see if there was a couple more things in the box, but I don't know if. Yeah, so this was just showing you, like, if you are part of a team, you can purchase more buttons, awards. I've already done this, but when you email them, they almost interrogate you a little bit and say, you need to prove that you are the owner of a channel. We need the coupon code, also that, so those details. So don't just email them saying, hey, my gold play button got lost in the post. Can you send me another one? There is a bit of a verification process that goes on there. And I think that was it. I think that was everything that was in the box from what I remember.
Yeah. Well, there you go, everybody. So one day you could be somebody with a 1 million subscriber play button in hand. So there you go. Do you want me to take you out of the camera?
No. Let's do a quick, I don't know, snapshot photo gallery. Oh,
let me put you up here.
If anybody wants to take a picture, there you go. Isn't that nice?
Memes of the week.
Let me take my headphones. Yeah, I'm going to take my headphones off. So if you want to meme me right now, go ahead.
Get him. Get him,
best.
chat.
Come and get me. Come on. Let's have a piece here. I should also do this as well. Hang on. It's probably going to be an unflattering shot. Just a second.
I'll help you, everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry, we can't bring Rob anywhere. All right, what do we got? He can't hear us anymore either, so we can already start memeing him. Oh, here we go.
Oh, these glasses don't. All right, there we go.
Just looks confused.
Oof. There we are. All right, I'm done. Dan, you can take me off camera for a sec. I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right.
Just everything.
So in that letter from Susan, it talks about how we're building basically the next era of media. And I think, that part does resonate with me. You think about how people are consuming content today. YouTube is the place that's happening. One of the many places, obviously, but it's one of the only platforms where people can just do whatever and then become these massive superstars, where YouTube's sending you awards and everything else. So if you have 1,000 subscribers, if you have 100 subscribers, wherever you are at in your YouTube journey, like, don't forget you're part of something much bigger, right? Don't take for granted the amount of subscribers that you have on your channel or on your TikTok, your followers on Instagram. Don't take for granted what's actually being done here. We are building the next entertainment monolith, right? So keep that in mind. We'll be taking your questions here pretty soon. We're waiting for Rob to come back. We're gonna chat a little bit more today. Looks like our poll here is pretty consistent in terms. A lot more votes have come in, but pretty much it says 66% of you said you're not yet 1,000 subscribers, and then 34%, pretty large number of you, have reached the 1,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. So congratulations to all of you who have hit 1,000. And you know what? Congratulations to anybody here who's here in the first place. And I say that, I know that sounds funny, but I say that because when I started on YouTube, I didn't go seeking out answers. I don't know what it was. I guess I started, and either I was just having fun or I thought I knew everything already. I don't really know what I was thinking at that time, but I was not in a community like this trying to figure out, okay, what's the best strategy to grow my channel when I first started. And you're already, just by virtue of looking for channels like this, way ahead of the curve. You're already seeking out the information you need, the tools you need to grow on YouTube. So kudos to you. I mean, simply for being here. You guys are all awesome. I see Rob in the background getting set up. We're going to give him another minute or two. So yeah, let me know. We already asked you how many subscribers you have. I want to ask you, have you made a YouTube short yet? Late in 2020, we got the YouTube Shorts feature, and I'm curious to know. I'm gonna put this in poll form. Have you made a YouTube short yet? Because shorts are kind of one of the areas where we're all moving to, right? Like YouTube is has moved into this market of short form content, and creators are embracing short form content. Have you made a YouTube short? We're going to do a simple yes or no poll here. Go ahead and let me know. Let me know here and with the poll. I'd be very curious. Shorts for the win. We have a few people saying no and yes, but we do have the poll up there. So if you can vote on that, let us know. Waiting for the early results. Oh, wow. 74% so far say yes. They've made a short. Oh, my goodness. That's a lot of you. Okay. Rob, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. I know you can hear me. Thumbs down. Rob's not ready. Rob doesn't really want to talk about shorts. I think Rob spent so much time talking about shorts when they first came out that I said that, and he's just kind of taking his time now because he wants this conversation to kind of end, which I understand. I totally understand that. 73% out of 78 votes. A lot of you have made a YouTube short, which is awesome. That is cool. I wonder, for those of you who have made shorts, tell me the amount of views your best short ever got. Go ahead and just put that in chat. I'll leave this poll up. Tell me the number of views your best short ever got on YouTube. Curious to see where this stands. I know when shorts first came out, a few people were doing it, so there was a lot of real estate available and only a few people taking advantage of it. And so the people who were doing shorts were blowing up. It was ridiculous. Jonk at 800K. I think that's the highest number I saw so far. Koifish at 29K, 123 views. I don't know if that's K afterwards, but you forgot the K. We have Reading This Life with 4,000 views, 2,000 views, 2.3 million views. Okay, we have a new leader here. I guess I shouldn't make it a competition because anyone could just put any number. But let's be honest. It's the honor system here. You can't win anything for being the one with the most. 25 only. Is it 25 only or 25K only? It must be, because you use the word only. I'm guessing you've gotten 25 views in a short. Keep going. Oh my goodness, 37K views. There he is.
Yay, I'm back.
Look at all these views people are getting from shorts. Do you see this?
Very impressive.
So how are you?
Someone got a couple of million views, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
I should have asked if you made a short in the last 6 months, because things have changed. The landscape has definitely changed.
Or in the last 90 days, which would make you eligible for a shorts bonus payment, as I remember.
So everything's back to normal for you.
I think so, yeah.
We're back to business.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could temporarily put this play button up somewhere to have it displayed. Give me a second.
This is the most I've had to like stretch for time, right? In the last 6 months, I made one 3 days ago. It got 100K views, says Seth Rollins. Nice. Okay. Somebody said like 92 million views. Really? Are you just like jamming on your keyboard on the numpad and then hitting enter? I don't know about that. That's a lot. Rob found a place for the gold play button.
There we go.
Yeah.
Does that work? It looks okay.
It looks pretty good. It still needs a light on it, but it looks pretty
for
good.
now. Oh yeah, sorry. It's right. Okay, damn you. Okay, no, I can do that for you.
There you go. That's what I meant. Work. That's what I meant. I think it's time to invest in some new stands.
Yeah, maybe. Right.
A little pop on it.
Whoa, that's a little too much.
Yeah, and the Halo campaign is either just released or releasing soon. So Master Chief's getting in there a little bit too. Which is good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing on that. I just finished Tomb Raider last night. What a brilliant game! Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. It's controversial opinion. It might be better than Uncharted.
Oh,
it's that good.
I have not played.
Very good. Very good.
Okay. Should we jump into Q&A, or should we make people wait even more?
No, thank you everybody for allowing us to indulge ourselves, but of course it is all thanks to you, and we're here to try and help you on similar journeys, whether it be 1 million subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, monetization. And that's what we're going to be doing for the next hour and a quarter. You know, you allowed us to open this gold play button, but now we're going to hand over ourselves, our wisdom, our knowledge, our advice to your questions. So let's get on with it.
Yep. So #question before your question really helps us find your question. That's why we don't like all caps except for #question. It really does help you stand out. So
definitely does.
Pick questions from chat. I will say, Rob, like in my personal time, I'm playing with shorts again. It's been a while. And I've been watching a lot of content from other creators talking about creating a content ecosystem, which is why I was so interested in people talking about shorts earlier. And I've found, I think, a good strategy. I mean, at least for gaming channels, and if you live stream. So I'm just going to share this while we wait for questions to come in.
Okay.
You should be absolutely creating shorts while you're live streaming. There's something, a lot of streaming softwares do this. OBS especially does this. It's something called a replay buffer. Set this up, and it does take a little more resource on your computer. So you would need to make sure your computer's running, you've a nice setup. Give yourself, though, like I've done 3 minutes, right? When I hit a button, because I have replay buffer on, it captures the last 3 minutes in a nice clean clip and puts it aside for me for later. And when my stream is over, I can go in and take those clips and make fun vertical or square moments from the live stream. And what this does is it gives you more content to put on your channel aside from just doing live streams. And they become little advertisements for your stream too. I put in my description, by the way, this happened during the live stream. And I let people know that there's other things going on here. Maybe subscribe. I've noticed that even though the shorts gold rush, if you will, is over, I'm getting plenty of views, thousands and thousands of views on shorts in a very short amount of time. I don't have to wait 48 hours to start seeing results from it. I'm sure it depends on the size of the channel, but creating a content ecosystem, that's what I'm going to be going on and on about when we find channels during channel audits that are live streaming.
Yeah, you should maybe make a video on that, Dan, possibly on the channel. The memes have started, by the way. First one's in.
Gold won't scratch.
Dempsey illustrations. We appreciate it.
I love it. All right, so we have a whole bunch of questions now.
We do.
I've sufficiently stalled.
What about this one, Dan, then? On just to follow up on shorts, should you make a second channel for shorts? Let's ignore or other stuff, but let's just focus on shorts.
I knew if I uttered the word short, someone would ask this. So I'm glad it came up because I've been thinking about this again. And I'm going to say that kind of my usual advice. It's 2 things. One, are the shorts you're making similar to what you're already creating on your channel? If that's the case, it makes your decision a little bit easier, because the second part of this is, what's your preference? As a content creator, how do you want your channel to look? I've seen it done both ways. I've seen creators create entirely new channels where they post shorts. Let's say, like, I'll use gaming creators as an example. Some gaming creators have like a main channel where they play like one game or one type of game that appeals to a specific audience. And then they have their second channel and they'll play other games on there. Like, they'll experiment more. They'll just do vlogs. Sometimes they put their shorts there. It's all about, when it comes to that, it's all about like the philosophical question you have to ask yourself, like, do I want these shorts on my channel? Do I want to fit them into my upload schedule? Do I want them in the same place? You can certainly do that. You can build out your channel so that it has live streams, videos, and shorts, and it's all on one channel, or you could separate those things. It's up to you. The only criteria I would say is if they're totally different things. If your shorts and your longs are just not related at all. Why would someone subscribe for a short and then see your long and click on it if it has nothing to do with what they originally subscribed for?
Very good. I think we can officially designate Dan the shorts expert on the vidIQ channel.
I'll take it.
What about this one, Dan? Bico VR. Any recommendations for VR games? So let me ask you this question first, Dan. Because we both have VR headsets now. Do you watch any video / YouTube content in VR?
I used to.
Yeah, I did a little bit, but just the setup required, to turn on the machine, go to an app, start something, and then the selection that's on offer. I don't VR much for video. So I guess the first advice would be, right now it seems to be that VR videos themselves are not a direction you want to go in, even if you are creating VR related content.
I took that question the wrong way. I haven't put on the headset more than once ever, I think, to actually watch VR videos.
Yeah. Okay.
What I think this person was asking, and then what I thought you were asking, was, have you been watching creators who make VR content, whether or not you have a headset?
So yes, I have. I was just like thinking, like, let's think about first of all the VR experience. It kind of, to somebody who maybe hasn't got a VR headset, the suggestion might be, well, make your content in VR so that it's appealing to the right audience.
Right.
But people just don't tend to watch. They don't use VR to watch videos these days, because I think VR very much encourages an interactive experience rather than passive experiences. So videos don't tend to translate that well.
Yeah, I'm going to say I think the VR aspect is kind of irrelevant to me as a fan of that content.
Yeah.
The people I used to watch were already very established creators, and they got a VR headset and they were playing these new games, and I wanted to see them doing it. So that was the part that appealed to me. I think it's more about just, what kind of videos are you making? And it's cool if they happen to be VR games. You know what I mean? So if you are a YouTube channel, a gaming channel, and you're playing a certain kind of game, let's say you exclusively play farming sims, and you happen to only do so in VR, like that will make you unique and it'll make you stand out. I think at that point it's just like anything else. It's like an exclusive title on an exclusive console, right? So I play exclusively like PlayStation 4 games and ones that you can't get on PC, that you have to have a PlayStation to play these, right? Like that would be, I think, a niche that would set you apart. So you play VR games that are like, if the people who are watching want to play it, they also need a VR headset, which would be a barrier to entry for them, which would make your content a little more exciting to watch, because it's like, I can't afford that right now, or I don't know if I even want one. Maybe I should watch somebody play with one. So, I know that's not really a recommendation. I wouldn't just say, oh, you flipped the VR switch, so now it's going to rain views upon you. There's still a lot of strategy, just general YouTube strategy that goes into that. I would think of the VR headset as like another console. You have the Switch, you have the PlayStation, you have the Xbox, you have VR.
The channel I've been following most in my learning of how to use VR is this virtual reality Oasis channel.
Yeah.
Very well established, very high production values. And what I tend to notice in most VR channels is that it's really important to share the experience, in a sense of, you film yourself on a green screen, showing you all of emotions and the way that you're looking around everywhere with a VR headset on, as you're playing the game. Because without that, then you could theoretically just be watching any game on any console,
Yeah.
because the field of view is what you always see. But then when you see how the person's moving around, like if you watch somebody play Beat Saber and you actually see them swinging around the wands, or you're watching them play table tennis, you see the amount of effort and energy they're putting into it. That really adds another dynamic to the viewing experience on your YouTube content.
Yeah. If I'll say, like, if Let's Game It Out, Josh over there, that channel, were to start playing VR games, that wouldn't make me any more or less excited to watch. I just like his take on it. So it's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like, the VR is at that stage for me. It's another console, and it looks a little bit different when it's in video form. And I like that you talked about the wands swinging around and stuff like that. Like, that's the other element too. If you're a VR creator, maybe think about getting two angles. One that's the gameplay itself, and one that's you flailing in the room. A lot of people do that. That could be one of the things you kind of invest in over time if you haven't already. So, yeah. Well, interesting conversation. I hope we helped. I'm going to look for more questions here.
Yeah, me too. Sorry, I keep forgetting that, like, when one of us is talking, then the other one should probably just be scouring through the questions, see if there's anything new coming up.
That's all right. I do the same thing.
Oh,
Should you
we're
make
back on shorts?
Should you make more shorts more often for views and subs? I would make shorts as often as you need to for an audience. I wouldn't. Yes, we all want views. We all want subs. Put that aside. Get into the mindset of, I'm going to make this because I think people will like it. I think it will make people laugh, or I think it will inform them of something. Don't burn yourself out because the guy at vidIQ said I got to make 3 shorts a day, or else I might as well not even bother. Like, there's no standards for that. There's no amount of shorts you should make. There's no amount of videos you should make. It's make as many as you can, as often as you can, within the bounds of, I'm making this for an audience and it's going to benefit them in X way.
There is certainly currently a lower barrier to entry for shorts in terms of gaining views and subs. But I think Dan's right in a sense of, what's your objective here? Are you just wanting to gain views and subs? Or are you wanting to actually build out a community that loves your content and wants to continue returning to watch more of your content? I also kind of assume that maybe if you're talking about views and subs, that's going to lead naturally onto monetization,
Mhm.
where, yes, there are now monetization opportunities for shorts, but it's still unclear where that's going to go in terms of, I guess, YouTube directly paying out to you. There's obviously going to be financial opportunities outside of YouTube, subs, brands, sponsorships, and whatnot. But yeah, if you love making shorts and you have a passion for it, and you enjoy making shorts more than you do longs, and you develop a community from that, then absolutely.
So I just pulled up this question because you were kind of on that topic of monetization. But same answer, just a little more relevant question there.
So should you make shorts while trying to get monetized? So let's be very clear about one thing. When it comes to YouTube shorts, forget about the monetization program, the YouTube partner program.
Yeah.
Don't think of it as I'm going to make shorts to get 1,000 subscribers, because you still need 4,000 hours of watch time, and YouTube shorts is not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. If you are wanting to make shorts to get potentially millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of views, and maybe earn $10,000 from the shorts fund as it currently is, then go for it. But in terms of exactly how you're going to earn revenue from shorts right now, it's somewhat of an unknown quantity.
Yeah. I would say that, like, if you're interested in shorts, test them out and make them, if you enjoy doing them, make them part of your overall content strategy. Whether that means you're only a shorts creator now, or whether that means you find a balance between long form content, shorts content, live streams. We have the live stream tool, and people never ask us, "Hey guys, should I be doing live streams to get more views and subs?" Like, the live stream tool is just kind of one that it exists on your channel, and people use it when they feel like using it, and no one really questions it too much, right? But there's a whole strategy for that too, and we just don't talk about it. Shorts will get that way. It is just another tool in your tool bag, and if you want to use it, use it. If you're not really into it, but you see everybody else doing it, but you really don't want to make shorts content, then don't use it. It's, it is just another tool that YouTube's given us to create content, and there's another section of the app where they live, which is really cool, and a lot of people hang out there.
Dan, should you upload multiple times a day? And that question comes from Neo Air.
Well, it depends. I always caution people against burnout, but let's just assume that you have a workflow that is conducive to uploading multiple times a day. You just don't know if that's the right call. If you do upload multiple times a day, going back to the shorts example, I will say that that's another thing I've been testing myself, and I found that the best balance seems to be long form video and short form video. Long form in the morning or the short form, whichever one you want. So one video in the morning, one video in the evening. You look at your schedule, you can see how often people check your channel, and YouTube gives us those metrics. I could pull those up in the background here.
Just to clarify, Dan, are you saying that maybe you could produce a long form piece of content, for example, 5 or 6 minutes long, and then another short form piece of content, but not necessarily shorts? Is that what you're meaning? Or
I mean shorts, but
okay.
I mean, there are people who upload bunch of times a day, right? Like 5, 6 times a day. We've seen channels like that. We've seen people who upload once a month. So there's when you see the word should, it's kind of like, well, that's your call.
Very true.
Should you personally do that? Should you go through that much effort? If you did, though, my recommendation would be to check when your viewers are on YouTube and kind of get an idea of, okay, I could do one in the morning before things start picking up over here. And then maybe before the day starts, kind of when everyone's dwindling, maybe I can put out a short or something at the end of the day. I like doing shorts at the end of the day personally, just because they already take a while to kind of get into that short shelf, that sweet spot where they're actually getting in front of people. And so there's no harm. Your regular viewers will see them in the evening, and there's no harm in having it there. So overnight, it's already starting to get, I guess, if you could consider it in line, right? It's moving up in the line, and eventually it gets on the short. I don't know how that thing works, but that's how I imagine it, right? Your short is just kind of waiting in a queue somewhere for it to finally get its chance,
What I've generally seen over a long period of time here, and so this is very general advice to every creator, is that you should be publishing at least once a week, generally speaking, just to get a cadence of somebody seeing your content at some point during the week and watching it. Ideally, And this is more in particular for gaming channels or where you know that the viewer is going to be on YouTube every single day, that you publish a video more or less every single day. But this obviously goes back to how much time you have, and to avoid burnout, you don't want to be publishing too much content. And you also want to give that video a little bit of an opportunity to breathe, because in the first few hours, it's sending out notifications, YouTube's testing it on home feed, suggested videos, etc., etc. Now, when it comes to shorts, I think most of those rules get thrown out of the window, because viewers do not have a choice almost at all. Yes, they may choose to watch the first shot through a home feed or a channel page, but the second they swipe onto the next video, YouTube is making that decision for the viewer. And you assume that a viewer is going to consume 20 to 30 shorts, possibly more, every time they're in a short session. And maybe if they do that 2 or 3 times a day, because they can get through that many videos in 10, 20 minutes each session, then it gives you permission to publish more shorts. I know some creators are doing 3 a day, 5 a day, sometimes 7 shorts a day. So there's a certain element of quantity a little bit more, but it's easier to make shorts videos usually. I mean, you take Jake Feldman as an example. He spends 8 to 10 hours on each short. So that means that he only publishes 1 short per day. So it's subjective. Should you? We don't know whether you should. Could you? You could.
I found a new feature, Rob. You're gonna lose your mind when you discover this feature.
Mind blown.
Okay, I'm just gonna you might be able to see it already happening in the background. I'm gonna pull up this question next.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll notice how I'm doing that. Are shorts made as like a snippet for a future video? A good idea.
Hang on. What's this bad boy? I've seen it.
Finally, right?
Oh, it's finally arrived.
Yes. We don't have to torture ourselves anymore. You can just add to that.
Great. Thank you, StreamYard. Thank you. Someone was listening.
Yes, someone at StreamYard. I like the system. So what we're excited about is that we can find your questions now, and we can star them on our end, and then it puts them in another list, and then we can come back to them. Previously, we couldn't do that. So we do these Q&As, and one person would be looking for questions while the other person's answering. But then the other person would say, by the way, Dan, what do you think of that? And I wouldn't be listening because I was looking at questions. And so now we can just kind of stockpile your questions in the background. So there you go. Now, please don't spam your questions, because they could be in the queue already. All right. So shorts made as a snippet for a future video. Good idea. I do reviews, so I would make a short as like a short review before, the full, more in-depth review. So I here's how I'm imagining you doing this. You get a product, right? And you film a whole thing. You film it like a 16:9 review of the product. 16:9 meaning a widescreen video. Then you go in while you're editing and you cut out a short. What I'm kind of wondering from you is, are you cutting out a teaser, or are you actually taking the review that's maybe 10 minutes long and making it 30 seconds long somehow, and then releasing the 2 videos? Because it makes a difference. I think if you were to tease an upcoming review in a short, you'd be doing yourself a disservice, and then the audience as well, because shorts aren't really supposed to be little billboards for longer videos. They're supposed to be their own bits of content. So when I was talking earlier about taking clips from your live stream and turning them into shorts, you need to edit those so that they have full context. So someone who is seeing it, who has never been at your live stream, who does not know who you are, gets everything they need from that one piece of content. And they decide, I'm going to subscribe to this channel, I'm going to look for more, or they just enjoy what they saw, they swipe and move on. So just remember that people who have never seen your channel before will see that review. Is it going to be worth their time? And you know the answer to that. We don't have your channel up in front of us or anything like that. I'm not saying you are or aren't doing that already, but that would be my thing. Make sure that your shorts stand alone so that people have full context. They are their own bits of content. And the other thing I'll say is, I don't think one would take away from the other. If you were to post that review twice, a 30-second, I would post the long form review first, so it doesn't. So then the short comes out like a week later, nothing's spoiled. But that's just how I would do it.
I apologize, Dan. I was playing too much with this new function to listen to any of that, but I
That's all
agree
right.
100%. So let's move on to the next one. We've got quite a lot of shorts questions coming in, which is cool.
I'm sorry I opened this can of worms.
No, that's okay. Should we make custom thumbnails for our shorts? It's a good question because if you watched a video I made recently, YouTube seems to be on a crusade right now to remove custom thumbnails from YouTube Shorts. As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you now see any shorts on the mobile app, whether it be in search, home, on a channel page, you do not see a custom thumbnail anymore. It's just a random frame taken from the thank you, Dan. There we go. You can see the little shorts icon there. It's just a random frame taken from the video. As far as I was aware, there was still you could still see the custom thumbnail on desktop.
Yep.
But I've been hearing some people say that even the thumbnail on desktop is now being changed. But I haven't seen that yet personally.
I haven't seen that either.
So what I would say is, again, this is just my advice, and I'm not a shorts creator, so I could be wrong about this. I would check your traffic sources. And if you are getting a significant number of views from non-shorts traffic in terms of like desktop views, then it's probably still worth making custom thumbnails. But if you're not, then I would just take all of that time, energy, and resources and plow it into like an extra short you can make every single day or higher quality shorts. What do you reckon, Dan?
I agree. I think if you're going to make a thumbnail for your shorts so it looks good on desktop, I do that too. Don't spend like any time on it. Just get something that's slightly relevant. I shouldn't be too harsh on this. Here's what I will say. In my recent tests, I was doing shorts exclusively. I pivoted to long form content. A lot of my viewers from shorts came to the long form. You've all heard that story before, more than likely. Now I'm testing shorts again on the same channel. And what I'm finding is that the minute I put the short up and publish it live, I'm getting views half and half from the short shelf, half from browse. I have to imagine the browse folks are coming in from desktop and the shorts folks are coming in from mobile. Now, I looked at the data and it's mostly returning viewers, meaning these videos are getting pushed on people's home feeds that have seen my channel before. And then later on, they get a bunch of new viewers from the shorts shelf proper. So the people on mobile aren't seeing the thumbnail I made. The people on desktop are. And I feel like I have enough desktop views to justify the time to make a thumbnail, but I just don't put that much effort into it. I take a still from the video that fits a 16:9 frame, and I just like maybe zoom in on the subject of the video or whatever. Give people a little bit of context for that title. Do that for now, and if we get to a point where YouTube is just pulling those thumbnails too, then just shrug and say, cool, one less thing to do. And enjoy not having to make thumbnails for shorts. But if you don't make thumbnails for shorts, you'll be fine. Plenty of channels don't do this, and they're fine. They're doing just fine.
Cool. Oh, I thought I'd pause for a second. The annoying thing is right now is, especially when you look at a channel on desktop, when you just see shorts, crappy thumbnails, where people haven't made a custom thumbnail, which is fair enough, but it ruins the channel page. I feel as if on desktop they should have a separate tab for shorts, but then would people navigate to that tab? I don't know. It swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. I'm going to try something real quick. So there's a lot of people repeating their question, which is fine to do once in a while, but I'm going to let you know the people who are currently in our question queue so you can stop repeating and then we can see some new questions. So Word, W-E-R-D, you're in our question queue. My C Prince is in our queue. Short Reviews, Pokey Drip Drop, and Neo Air. Your questions are all in our queue right now. So we'll go to Word.
The next one. All right.
We'll go to Word next here. I'm an animator. Yep. What?
Sorry. Right. So, do you unstar it? So,
I've been unstarring them after we go to the next.
So
one.
You have to manually unstar it.
Yes.
To get okay, because we both did that at the same time, and I unstarred the one that we're reading now. But that's fine. It's on screen.
It's okay. I'm an animator, and I would like to know how often should long videos, 5 minutes in length. I guess how often you should post 5-minute videos. Once a month for quality, or every 2 weeks for quantity. Or one every 2 weeks. So basically 2 a month or 1 a month. You're saying that the most you could possibly do is 2 a month if you had to, if we told you, no, absolutely. this is kind of coming back to like what's best for you. If you set the precedent that I only upload once a month, I mean, then that's when people will get your videos once a month. More shots of the target is more shots of the target, of course. If you could do more, that's always cool. But as an animator, like how you said yourself, it'll affect the quality of the videos. The quality does play a role in if people are going to subscribe, if they're going to come back. So these are all things that you kind of need to decide for yourself.
Yeah, I think data is going to help you with this a little bit as well. Let's say, for example, you're making 5-minute videos and you're getting an audience view duration of under 50%. And then you're making shorter videos, let's say for like 2 or 3 minutes, and you're getting 60-80% audience retention, which means that it's sending better positive signals to YouTube, so it's sharing your content more. I think that would be certainly something to consider. But yeah, I think your audience is probably going to tell you this over a period of time. Like after you've done, let's say, 6 months worth of content, you'll be able to figure out what's the best for both you and your audience. So it's a bit of a cop-out answer, but you need to test and find out what your audience wants from you.
So it looks like someone was saying you forgot to say shorts watched from the channel count towards watch time.
So I'm not sure what that means. Go on.
I almost wonder if it was this was a question or just letting us know, by the way, it does count towards watch, because you were talking about this. You're talking about if you wanted watch time, you weren't going to get it.
So let's clarify. Okay, so if a short, as is designed, is watched on the shorts player, you will not earn any watch time towards 4,000 hours. However, if that short is watched through a regular YouTube player, i.e. on desktop, then yes, you will earn watch time hours towards 4,000 hours. But there's two things to consider there. First of all, you're going to need millions of views to get to 4,000 hours because of the inherent nature of shorts content. And even once you've done that, the CPMs / ad revenue you earn is microscopic because of the nature of the shorts. You can't do really long adverts on them. You can maybe only squeeze one advert in there. Dan, I know you've experienced this firsthand with shorts just generating peanuts worth of revenue, like a couple of dollars for hundreds of thousands of desktop views or like non-shorts views.
Sorry about that. I thought that was only showing YouTube. It was not. So I just wanted to first bring up Jake's channel for an example here. This is, if I watch any of these right now, any of these at all, like he'll be getting watch time from me.
Correct.
So just wanted to bring that up. Can you ask your question again?
Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah, no. What was your question you were asking me?
That you, even though you are monetized and some of your shorts were being viewed on desktop or like non-shorts, you know, like for hundreds of thousands of views, you were earning like $1 or $2. There was almost no revenue to be made from them.
Yeah. Correct.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much. There's a few cents here and there because people watching from their computers, like, which was almost no one, because shorts are really designed to be on mobile. Cool. All right. So the next question we have,
just to tie a bow around that, I would say that I don't really think any video platform has fully figured out monetizing short content for the benefit of creators. But if anybody does, and I think YouTube is more than likely than anyone else, considering how they've developed the YouTube Partner Program, then I can see that happening in the next couple of years. So you just want to make sure that you are one of those creators that's getting hundreds of millions of views per month for when YouTube starts to properly monetize that platform. I'm thinking like Lankybox, for example. Their channel's blown up. They're getting billions of shorts views every single month. And they're probably earning 5 figures from ad revenue from that. Well, no, the most they can earn is $10,000 right now from the shorts fund. But once that's all sorted out, they could be earning 7 figures very easily just from the ad revenue alone.
Do you mind getting the next question while I get the door real quick? I'm sorry.
Sure. So, how does Jake Feldman have 8 hours a day for YouTube Shorts? And I think actually somebody answered this in the chat. It's because
let's see what this guy got. Maybe he got something interesting. Nope. That's right, baby. I'm here for my 1 million subscriber special. Thank you for giving me 1 million subscribers and having no one else have anything to do with it. I appreciate everyone who showed up today and wanted to thank me for my 1 million subscribers. Thank you so much. Yeah, don't forget about them. They didn't do nothing. I had everything to do with it. Thank you, everybody. Send me your $39.95 every 5 minutes as soon as you can. Thank you for all that. We can let the plebeians back in if you want. Go ahead, plebeians. How you doing, plebeian?
That scared the bejesus out of me when that intro came in. I genuinely, Dan doesn't often pull tricks and lie and stuff like that, but
that was good. I put him up to it. I put him up to it. It's good.
I felt bad because I had the thing up and everyone could see that this was being planned in the background because I was showing the screen. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just messed it up.
It's all right. We still got him. Congratulations, Rob. I just want to point something out, though. I do want to point something out. And this is just a question.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. I'm just asking this question, so don't get all hyped up and ask you. How many gold play buttons did you have before I was on the show?
It's a valid question, and the answer was genuinely 0.
I think. And how many since I've been on the show have you been able to receive it?
Very valid question. The answer is now 1.
Yeah, see, this is the math that we can all get behind. So I got a question. First of all, let me see. Oh, it's big. Well, that thing is big. Where's mine?
To bring it over.
Yeah, please bring it over. I didn't see you unbox it or nothing. I want to see this. Where's mine at? Put the Dr. Savage gold play button on there. The little Savage eyeglasses, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Man, that thing is huge.
There you go, Savage.
That's what she said. I can't believe it. It's so big. Listen, I don't know how where are you gonna put it there, Rob?
So we've been talking about this. So if my microphone headphones are going to extend, thinking of
oh my god,
I'm thinking of putting it like there.
You just use the force. How did he do that?
With some command strips.
Well, you can't see it though.
But yeah, all right. Well, I don't know. There.
Yeah, I mean that way at least you can see it. You got to flex on them, or you can make a gold chain out of it.
I've got to make it, I guess, both visible when I'm recording to camera, where I usually stand sort of there. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it that much yet, Savage.
It's really thick. You could shave the front of it off and then use part of it. You can use it in 2 places.
Do like what's inside.
That's true. Yeah.
You can make a belt out of it. Let's just be honest about the whole thing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
A championship belt. I just cut it in half.
Nice.
Very nice. Well, congratulations there, Rob. You do a lot of hard work. I know I come in and I take all the glory, but that's what I do.
Thanks, Savage. It is for once really appreciated that you've taken the time out of your very busy schedule to congratulate us.
Yeah, I was busy savaging some people, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute! I saw this thing come up on my YouTube story thing, and I was like, well, okay, let me get out this Oculus and let me see exactly what this is going all about." And yeah, I forgot y'all got 1 million. That's great. How long did it take you to get that? And did you get the gold letter as well?
So it took around about 3.5 weeks from hitting 1 million subscribers for it to be delivered to my door. And no, I haven't got this gold-plated letter yet. I think I need to contact the Creators Society YouTube email website or whatever and see if we can get one of them.
Yeah, that's what you should do. Why are you still streaming after you open the box? And this that's always about it. Just open a box and that's it, right? You guys have been on for like 2 hours or something.
As we said, we will indulge in ourselves a little bit to celebrate the success, but the success is driven by this wonderful community, which is now why we're talking to them, Savage.
All right, well, let me answer some of these questions. Throw some questions up there right quick. Let me see if I can answer some of these.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Do we need a new hashtag? Hashtag Savage question?
Yeah, I think I think that would be best. Here, let me just make one real quick. So hashtag savage question. If you want a question answered poorly.
And then you can do the giveaway thing to pick whoever got the question. No, I'll just ask the question. Fine, I'm just joking. That's way too much work. Yeah, see, that's how you spell it. Savage.
Did I spell it wrong?
Yeah, no, it's Savage. That's it. That's the French version.
I think I spelled it right.
Nah, he's pulling your leg.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I was worried about the word question.
Oh, question.
Savage question.
Question. All
Okay.
right.
My baseball channel requires me to put clips from games in my videos, but I don't know how to put them in without copyright claims. Suggestions?
Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing, man. It's only illegal if you get caught. That's the way I look at everything. You can do it as much as you want to, and if they catch you, then all right, no, you got caught. But until they catch you, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Here's what you should do. Do as many as possible, get as many million views as you can, and make sure you cash them checks quick, because they're coming back. They're going to take them all back. They're going to take all that money away, so make sure you cash them quick. And make sure you put everything in your mom's name. That way you don't have to worry about them suing you. They can sue your mom. Next.
It's the same questions. They just put savage question
Yeah,
for them.
yeah.
So that I warned you.
Yeah, people do realize vidIQ does not endorse any of these answers or suggestions.
It's their loss.
Yeah.
How long should I stream each week if I want to hit affiliate, and how long should each stream be? Affiliate? What is he talking about? Is this dude a Twitch guy?
I think
What's this dude name?
Twitch
Goose
question,
Plays 20. You play that Goose game, you're gonna have to stream forever because ain't no one gonna watch that. I don't know why you'd even bother. Why don't you stream for like 15 seconds? Say, look, I apologize for coming online and streaming this foolishness. I'm gonna go ahead and leave now, and then everyone will thank you. Maybe they might give you money for it too. They might super chat you, say, super, thank you so much for not wasting my time watching this Goose game. All right. Next up, what's the next savage question?
How come you give advice to others even though you don't have more subscribers / views on videos?
I'm too busy giving this savage advice. Listen, when you're making as much money as I am doing the savage advice, ain't nobody got no time for your own channel. Are you kidding me? I haven't uploaded for a year. I might actually put some new stuff out. I was thinking about it. But I'm making so much money doing it the other way. That's how savage I am. Don't you understand this? I got my doctorate. Okay.
Is low
impression CTR indication of poor my glasses, titles and thumbnails? I mean, what kind of a question is this? Is low impression indicate? Yes. Question mark? I mean, I think so. Isn't that the way? Isn't 1 + 1 = 2? I think that's how it works. All right.
Your questions. Don't look at us.
I don't know why someone would ask a question like that. What's next? Let me put that one up there real quick.
Do copyright claims matter if I don't care about monetization?
No, they don't. As a matter of fact, neither do speeding tickets. Don't worry about it. The copyright claim is a speeding ticket. You don't got to pay them. You don't got to worry about that. I mean, I listen, I got parking tickets and speeding tickets. You don't need to worry about that. Ain't no one coming for you for that.
I mean, technically that is true in that copyright claims don't affect your channel.
That's right. That's what I said. I'm glad you're listening, Rob. That's great. All right. Should the banner on my channel say subscribe to the channel and channel schedule? I mean, tell them when to subscribe, like next Wednesday. Is that what you mean? Subscribe every Wednesday. Yes, that's what you should do. Put subscribe every Wednesday. Can you see through those glasses? I'm going to be honest. Not really. Not really. I really can't. What's happening to Rob? What happened to Rob? Where'd he go? Why is it? Okay.
It's not Savage who's cracks me this time.
No.
Good question.
When can you say that your channel is working or not? Is it when you reach 30 to 40 videos, yet you don't gain much traction? I think you can tell because you ask a question like this in a vidIQ live stream. I think that's when you know, because you already know. I mean, really, why are you asking the question? You got to know. Why would you ask this question? You already think your channel hasn't made it. How many videos you got? Do you have 30 to 40? Is that why you picked that number? Or is that a random number? Wink, wink. Right? This guy got 33 videos. You know he does. You shouldn't do this anymore. Okay, next, real quick. What advice do you have for animators? Let me tell you about these animations. I love a good animation. Man, I grew up on Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Did you watch them, Rob, when you grew up? Did they have that over in England?
They certainly did. Tom and Jerry was my favorite.
Tom and Jerry, pretty good, man. That little mouse was so cute. That little mouse was so cute. I'm surprised he didn't get eaten.
What was the advice there?
I think we got it right.
What was the question? I don't even remember. Since when do you live in an arcade? Since forever. You just never seen it before. I used to have a green screen. I took the green screen down. Now you see where I really live.
Oh, here we go.
What's your opinion about YouTube removing dislikes? Oh, here we go. Well, so here's the thing. First of all, I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't even look at dislikes. I mean, who cares what people think? I don't really care what you think. So why do I care if you like or dislike something that I put out there? I don't care. Personally, I don't care. I know a lot of people care about this, and I'm just going to tell you what I think everyone should look. Everyone get real close. Get real close. You got bigger things to worry about than some darn dislikes on the YouTube. Don't you know people's arms are falling off in the world right now? You get like 16 shots, and now there's a new type of virus out there. You don't want none of this dislike. Dislike everything. I dislike 2020. How about that? And I dislike 2021 too. What you gonna do about it? I don't care about the likes, dislikes. I got things to worry about. So what you worry too much about dumb stuff. One more, Dan. These people are starting to make me upset. I have over 30,000 views on my channel, but only 84 subscribers. What am I doing wrong? You didn't pay them enough money. I mean, obviously, you got to pay them more. Pay them 84 people more money so they'll get 50,000. That's what you really want. You want to pay them enough so they watch it 50,000 times, not 30,000. How much money you put into this? $60, $70? That's good for about 30,000. You got to put like $100 in, man. You got to stop going to Starbucks every week. Put that Starbucks money into your YouTube channel. Pay them people, pay your next door neighbor. Say, listen, can you watch this video 5 times? You don't even got to watch it really. Just, turn your computer on and press play and then have it replay and just go watch something else on YouTube you really want to watch in the other tab. You know what I'm saying? Like you can put that in the tab and then really watch real good YouTube videos on the other tab. One more, Dan, because that one actually was a good question. Just one more. We'll do one more.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Do you think YouTube is a stable job? That's a great question. This thing is as stable as Britney Spears. I'm going to tell you, it is not something you want to hang your hat on. YouTube is out here foolishness, man. One day, here's the thing. What if I told you, let's say I was running like a new fast food restaurant. You come in on Thursday and you go, all right, I'm here to work these 8 hours. I'm gonna go, okay, cool. I want you to put in all the hard work you have. All right. And you say, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it. You come out there and you go, okay, here's your $50 for the day. All right. You're like, okay, cool. That's not too bad. Come back the next day. I go, all right, look, I want you to do even more than what you did last time. You said, okay, I'm gonna do that. You get in there and I give you $50. You're like, okay, I did more, but okay, no problem, $50. Okay. Then you come back the next day and I go, I want you to really put everything you got into it. And you come back and I give you 52 cents. What are you gonna do about that? I'm gonna say that's just like YouTube. That's it. You put in all the stuff you want, 52 cents. You will be like, well, I don't know what happened. Why do I have 10,000 views over here and 22 views over here? It don't make no kind of sense. That's YouTube. So if you think it's stable, you crazy. That's the YouTube algorithm. What do you think about that, Rob? Is that true or what?
Is he finished?
I'm done. What'd you think? Is that good? That was a good answer.
Well, I didn't hear anything you said then, but I would just by default disagree 100%.
The funny thing is, if he was listening, he probably would 100% agree. But I don't know. He's over there. That's the crazy thing about that. That's the irony. That's called ironal. That's ironal. That's ironical. All right, look.
Ironical.
Congratulations to the vidIQ crew. Congratulations on 1 million. How many? You know what the real question is, Rob? I would like to hear the answer to this. If you go into your analytics, how many people in that same amount of time unsubscribe? Because that means you probably hit 1 million subscribers a year ago. Because so many people unsubscribed that
all right.
You probably would have already hit it.
Let's find out.
I'm kind of curious myself.
And I'm going to attribute most of these unsubscribes to you.
You can do whatever you want.
All right.
Make you feel better. Go ahead. Hug a bear. I don't care.
I beg your pardon. Hang on. Subscription source. Lifetime. Okay, here we go.
Drum roll, please.
500,000.
Oh my God! See, you would have hit it like 2 years ago if you were. My God, Rob, you listen. That's why I'm here. I'm here to save vidIQ, man. We lost.
It's one of those things.
500,000 people. You could have started another successful channel with everyone who left this channel. Ain't that some stuff? That's some craziness. All right. Well, listen. I was just here to pep everyone up. I hope everyone is feeling real good about themselves now. And I appreciate everything you do. I'm gonna go back and play this 3D Oculus. I played Creed, man. Have you played Creed? Oh wait, what's going on?
Thrill of a Fight was the one I tried.
Ooh,
Savage.
That's another one. Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, Creed's good. If Thrill of a Fight, I'm like, man, I'm gonna tell you, this Oculus is costing me so much money. These games are expensive.
It is.
I like it.
It is a black hole of PayPal purchases. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, go back there and help these people for as much as they can. It's probably not worth your time, but that's all right. They help you get to 1 million. At least most of them did. 500,000 didn't. Probably half the 500,000 right here in the chat right now, trying to get some free advice. All right, look, everybody. Well, hope to see y'all next Tuesday for some live streaming channel. Oh, that's peace and love. and hair grease. Bye.
As always, we don't appreciate it. You notice, Dan, there how I was very quiet.
Are you upset with me for tricking you?
I just let him. It's like one of those toys, when you twist it up and then you just let it go, and it runs out of steam eventually.
He gave me $6 to do that.
$6. His rates have gone up.
Yeah. So it had to be done.
Where were we? This question. Yeah. So how does Jake Furman have 8 hours a day for why YouTube Shorts? And I think somebody else actually answered this in a chat. This is Jake Furman's full-time gig. He's working on his shorts more than 8 hours a day. It's insane the amount of effort he puts into his animations, and that's the dedication and commitment and passion a lot of creators put into their content behind the scenes, which you don't always see in order to become successful.
I think someone's at the door now.
Yeah. Good one, Dan. Good one.
All right. What is a good click-through rate, and what is average for a growing channel?
Okay, so I picked this question because I have the answer.
Oh,
here it is. There it is.
Oh.
We did a poll.
This is an interesting poll
to ask people what is their average click-through rate on their channel. And so if we were just to go by the numbers here, you would say that if you're getting above 7%, then you are better than 65% of your potential competition. But of course, it is a lot more complicated than this, because this is just at a channel level. Individual videos will get very different click-through rates depending on the topic, competition, how old the video is, etc., etc., etc. So what I would say, and I'm thinking of making a video about this, is you all want a number. Here it is. Take it with a pinch of salt, because what you should be doing is benchmarking against yourself.
Yep.
For example, if the channel average for you is 5%, then in 3 months, maybe you want to try and push that to 5.5%, 6%, because that shows that you are getting better at creating better thumbnails and better titles, and more people are clicking on them. And then who knows, in the next 2 or 3 months, that click-through rate may go down, but you'll see a massive increase in impressions because YouTube is now starting to test that content with new audiences. But if you want a number, there it is. Go have some fun with it.
It really is about comparing to yourself, because I mean, one of my best videos from the last few months had over 20% in the first hour or so. And it always goes down as time goes on, but I was blown away by that. Normally, though, I would expect at that time 14%, which is still, when you look at these numbers, relatively high.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the content, the audience, so many factors.
On the vidIQ channel, I'm going through this exercise. I've shown this document previously, where I'm tracking the click-through rate after the first hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours. It obviously fluctuates massively between those time frames. And I'm now starting to understand that if we get about 12% or higher click-through rate in the first hour, then that's likely to be a better performing video. But of course, things can change throughout the life cycle of that video.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. If I get a certain number in the first hour or so, I can rest assured this is going to be a good one. This one's going to go far. And we only know that because we've uploaded so many videos, we've done so many tests, we've been building on this for a long time. It's not like you upload your first video, you see a bad click-through rate, and you go, "Well, I'm already bad at YouTube." You got to build up the data, you got to build up everything, and that just happens over time in making videos.
And then a quick side note, I asked, because people always ask this question as well, what is good average view duration? And so it looks as if more than a half of creators say that their average view duration is less than 2 minutes. Now, this could be massively skewed by YouTube Shorts. I would be really intrigued to know what that number was this time last year.
Have you done that in percentages before? That'd be an interesting.
What you mean average view duration?
Yeah.
So you can't get it at a channel level. You'd have to go to individual videos to get that statistic.
Right, gotcha.
So it wouldn't be. I don't think it would be as fair. And of course, video length can massively affect that as well. But yeah, I am thinking of doing a video on these 2 polls, just like, you want this number, you keep asking for it, that's a number. But here's what you really need to think about when you see these numbers.
We got another one here. So I don't know if Savage poorly answered this one or not. I know you asked him something that he poorly answered. I should be making videos. Should I be making videos that my subscribers like, or searchable videos that get more subscribers?
I'm just making a noise here, aren't I?
It's kind of like, well, that's how I've kind of looked at it too, especially lately. Like, you can kind of look at this in 2 different buckets. You could target your content to search, or you could target it to browse. It's hard to do both. I don't think it's impossible, but
yeah, we're kind of in that quandary a little bit right now. We're deciding whether or not we want to continue to make searchable content. Generally speaking, content that drives search traffic doesn't get that many subscribers anyway, because people are just wanting an answer to a question, a solution. They get it, they move on. They don't necessarily subscribe for more of your stuff. Although there's an argument to be had there as well. Should you be making videos that my viewers like? I would try and forget about the idea of a subscriber. Think about your ideal viewer. And Dan, I think, is on the verge of finishing his video about this, painting the perfect picture of who should be watching your video, and then continuing to make future videos for that ideal person. And that comes more down to channel focus and consistency, as opposed to searchable content.
It's Monday we're putting that out, right?
Yeah.
So
sure. Why not?
That video on Monday, watch out for that. How to get we're going to call it something to the effect of how to get a subscriber every day. And just watch out for that, because we break this down, just as Rob was saying.
I think Dan's quite excited about this one as well.
I am.
He keeps telling me, like, I've done some editing today, and it's I'm really happy with the way this is going. Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Dan.
Yeah, the editing portion. The cat. Do you hear the cat just sitting here sneezing at me?
No, I thought it was my dog in the background, actually. Right?
No, it's this cat. The editing portion is coming along. It's the content itself. I'm very excited about the information in the video. The editing, we're getting through it.
I just want to quickly let Goose Plays know that Savage is gone now. Savage questions are done and dusted.
Yeah,
I don't know the answer to this question either.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. I think you're just making up some words there. Boom. That was a taste of Savage, I guess. Let's see. Now we've run out of starred questions.
We forgot to star any questions.
So we're just looking again now. So I have 30,000 views on my channel, but only 84 subscribers. What am I doing wrong? There's a lot that goes into this. So, like, we were talking about a second ago, right? Like, if you made a lot of searchable content, people would get the answer to their question, and they may not subscribe. They got their answer, and they're not interested in anything else going on right now, so they don't watch anymore. There's too many factors there. I wouldn't say you're necessarily doing something wrong. It's just a matter of, like, are you doing the same thing over and over to a point where it's not paying off like you want it to, in which case I'd say it's time to try a new content strategy. Anytime somebody approaches me and says, hey, I'm not growing like I would like to be, in most cases that means you're not trying enough new things. You're not trying to break out of whatever box you've kind of built for your content, and it's time to kind of try something new. So it could be as simple as that. Without looking at your channel, it's hard to say.
Okay, I've started a few in the background there, Dan.
But channel audits on Tuesdays, definitely submit, and we can take a look. Okay, I'm going to go to the starred questions then and grab this one. I'm struggling to identify my target audience. I'm making guesses, but I actually don't know if this is a real target audience. Should I do competitor research to help?
Well, do you want to start off with maybe summarizing your video a little bit, Dan, if you're able to do that? Because this is kind of what you're talking about in terms of a target audience.
Yeah. So what I can say and again, watch the video on Monday, but what I can say is that you have to sit down. A lot of this is about identifying a persona for your content, right? You're trying to make up a person in your head that your content is for. One person, not a whole group of people. Some people do like to make multiple personas, but let's just focus on one. And you got to think to yourself, this person, what did they like to watch? And then, yes, you do that by competitor research, but also go into communities of people hanging out and doing the thing that you like to do on your channel, right? So if you have, I'm just trying to think of a generic channel here, a cooking channel or something like that. What kind of food do you normally like to make? Okay, go to those communities, go to where people are sharing recipes, sharing tips and tricks, sharing the products that they use, things of that nature. So then you have to sit down and ask yourself, does my ideal viewer, are they a professional chef, or are they somebody who just is terrible at cooking and they want to get better at it? Or are they just someone who is adequate at cooking, they want to learn new recipes? Like all of those three buckets, that would determine the type of content you're making. So it really is a process of sitting down and like walking through the steps of figuring out who is this person that I'm trying to make content for. And then ideally, by doing the research, you find, oh, there's a lot of people just like this. While you're doing that, by the way, I did pull this up in the background. We have a tool for this at vidIQ called the competitors tool. You can actually add people to this list yourself. These are our competitors that we put in here. And it shows you exactly what they're up to. So Colin and Samir we're looking at high views per hour within this week, right? So Colin and Samir have one right now, 1.9 million views in total. It's getting 39,000 views per hour right now. What you missed in Mr. Beast's Squid Game video. So it's a short too. So this is all very interesting. Colin and Samir have been doing a lot with shorts. They've been having a lot of success. And if vidIQ, once again, if we wanted to get into shorts, this might be something we look at. So competitor research, we have a tool for this. Of course, go into, again, the YouTube searches and different communities around the thing you do and learn as much as you can about the people who hang out in there.
All right, Dan, I want to play a little game with you regarding this question. So we audited the channel yesterday, which is really interesting. So you're not familiar with it. So I'm just going to bring it up on screen for about 5 seconds. And in those 5 seconds, I want you to try and think about who the target audience is for this channel. All right. So I'm going to bring it up and you've got 5 seconds and I'm going to remove it. Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So what do you
yes.
reckon that channel's about?
So we saw a Jeep. We saw videos about Jeeps. We saw a Jeep in the banner. What I noticed is that their value proposition mentioned the Jeep Gladiator. So I feel like that channel is for enthusiasts of that specific Jeep, not just any Jeep, but the Jeep Gladiator.
So let's just consider this from a viewer perspective there. Dan was able to work out exactly what that channel was about in a matter of seconds to determine whether or not he's in the right place. And that is how you try and appeal to a specific target audience. So in this case, there is obviously a audience for it because this channel's got like 700 subscribers and they're getting like hundreds of views and getting healthy views as well. So that is clearly a target audience. So I guess for this person who's trying to identify whether there is a target audience, you need to first of all define who exactly should be watching your videos. And then as a viewer, putting yourself in that viewer's shoes, going out onto YouTube and figuring out whether you can find a successful channel that's catering to that precise audience.
Yeah, you want to, that's, we can call that the ceiling check. You want to see how high is the ceiling on this content that I'm about to make, meaning how many people are out there that would actually watch it. And ideally, someone has paved the way for you already. You're likely not the first person to think of doing the thing that you're trying to do. So use that to your advantage.
I like that, Dan. Ceiling check. It's a nice phrase.
Cool. I'm gonna trademark it. How do I get more traffic to live streaming on YouTube? Should I stream on other platforms too? No. I'm very biased, but no, you should not be streaming on other platforms. Only because I am somebody who believes in focusing in on one platform, and YouTube is the perfect platform to do it because YouTube gives you a lot of tools to grow your live stream. You'll never need to tweet about it. You'll never need to go on another platform and stream at the same time. YouTube gives you everything you need. If you're someone who's already on YouTube and you like streaming on YouTube, stream on YouTube. What I suggested earlier, and you might not have been here for this part, is that you should be creating a workflow that is conducive to saving clips of your streams that you can then turn around into short form content. Now, whether that's for the YouTube short shelf or for just widescreen, just on your channel, searchable videos, whatever, however you want to do it. But you can take things that happen on your live streams and then turn them into shareable moments. Just what I would caution you to do is to make sure that these have full context. If I didn't come to your stream, but I find your short on the short shelf, don't make me guess what the heck was going on. Just make sure that you've edited that down so it's full context. But if you do that, if you take the time to edit down some of the awesome clips from your streams, you will find that your channel starts to grow. And when it starts to grow and you go live, more people are getting recommended your live streams.
Can somebody please clip that last 45 seconds and add some wrestling commentary to Dan getting smashed in the face by his cat? Are you all right, Dan?
I'm fine. It happens literally all the time.
Yeah. I was going to add, if you have a big presence on other social media platforms,
sure,
then it may be worth live streaming, but live streaming natively within that platform. I think the example I'm going to come up with here is, it's going again, Emily D. Baker, who not only live streams on YouTube very effectively, but sometimes she just jumps into Instagram chats. But again, she's using the native live streaming tools in Instagram because it's a very different environment and atmosphere compared to a YouTube live stream, where it feels as if on Instagram you'd be very much one-on-one having a conversation, whereas here, while it is a one-on-one conversation, we're kind of answering questions which not only are going to help answer this person's question, but like as broader advice as well. And so it feels a little bit different on YouTube. And of course, we've got StreamYards to do all of these funky graphics and things, which again changes the viewing experience.
Where else can I share my videos to get views?
So I brought up this question because I am making a video right now about what you should do after you publish a video. And I was again saying that what I would recommend you do, generally speaking, when you're sharing your content is make the share itself a valuable interactive experience. For example, when we share our content on the community tab, we don't just share the video, we put it within a question or a voting poll, so that not only is a viewer interacting with that post itself, but they're also getting the hint that there may be a solution or a resolution to the question that we're asking in the community post within a video. So wherever the post is, be it on Instagram, well as the video links, otherwise it just feels like an advert. And again, if you don't have a big presence on other social media platforms, then you're probably diluting your time, energy, and resources, or it may be better suited to putting it back into the next YouTube video.
There you go. Let's see. I got one here. I know we're looking to start questions, and I was about to start this, but like the answer popped in my head as soon as I read the thing. How do you develop your gaming videos? Do you do thumbnails first, titles, videos, or vice versa? For me personally, I tend to stumble upon fun moments, and I'm like, oh, that would make a fun video. So because of that, I don't have the title or the thumbnail per se, but what I'll do is I'll save the moment, right? Like I've been talking about having a workflow set up so you can save moments. I'll save the moment, and then later when I'm going through my clips, I can go, okay, what would the title be for this? And there have been ones I've thrown away because I thought, no matter what I title this, like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't, or it makes plenty of sense. It's just the viewer's going to need to think about it too much, and the longer I make them think, the more they might not click on it. So it does come down to what is, what kind of title and thumbnail can I make with this clip that work? But again, it just depends. I mean, if you can think of a title and a thumbnail, like I want to cover this subject and the title would be this and the thumbnail would look like that, you've done so much work already. It makes recording the video so much easier. So when you can, I am an advocate for creating content that way. All right. So we already answered that one. I'll get rid of that one. How many videos should we upload in a week when trying to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time?
This is a question similar to click-through rate and average view duration, audience, watch time, etc. There is no magic number. It very much depends on the creator. If you make one video that gets 1 million views, then you're probably going to hit your 4,000 hours of watch time. But of course, that video, I guess, in a sense, has to go viral. I wouldn't think about, conditions. You kind of are setting artificial conditions on your channel. In other words, I'm going to let this 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers milestone dictate how I make content on YouTube. And that is the wrong way to look at it, in my opinion. You should be focusing on, what does my audience want to watch? How often do they want to watch it? How long will they watch a piece of content for? And I guarantee you, almost in all circumstances, when you focus more on building your audience and community, you will reach those milestones almost without even realizing it. It'll just happen on like day 247 of your channel being live on YouTube. And because my guess is, I'm not looking at my channel, my guess is right now you're on something like 87 subscribers and you've got 800 hours of watch time. So you're on the road, but there's still a huge distance to travel. And now you're starting to think about reaching that milestone. And think less about the milestone, more about the next day, the next video, the next piece of content your audience would like to watch.
The reason we're always encouraging you guys to stop thinking so much about, and I know this is partially on us, we're telling you, hey, we're going to talk about getting 1 million subscribers today, like in the title and the thumbnail. But we brought you in here to say, thinking about getting 1 million subscribers is not going to get you to 1 million subscribers. Like put the goals aside, because that stuff comes in naturally. There are things you can do to help remind people to subscribe, sure, but that's not the point. The point is make a good content for an audience, and everything else falls into place. All right. I have gotten claims, so how do I avoid it? Savage didn't help me at all. I think this person was asking how to avoid getting copyright claims.
I'm not
We
surprised.
Did warn you with Savage.
Didn't help,
yeah, like Savage wasn't here to help anyone but himself. Avoid it by not using footage that you don't own. Is kind of the really, really rough truth to that.
Yeah, I understand that this is going to be a challenge because it sounds like you're using clips. Unless you're going to make them super transformative, you are going to get hit by copyright claims. Maybe do some research on how other channels, not massive channels who have probably got the rights to use this material, look at channels of a similar size to you and how they are navigating the murky, tricky waters of using content that isn't necessarily yours.
Yeah.
Because probably the main reason people are coming to watch your content is because you're showing them content that they may have to pay for elsewhere, but they're getting it free on YouTube. So it becomes a problem if they're not coming for you, Smart Baseball. They're coming because they found something that they didn't think they were going to be able to find on YouTube. But again, we're always looking at this from like I always fear when I'm saying this, I'm kind of making assumptions and predictions about this channel, and they may not necessarily be true.
Mm-hmm.
So I do apologize if I'm completely misinterpreting where your channel is. But I know I could look at it in the background and then say, yes, I was right, or I was completely wrong.
Well, while you do that, I can go to the next one.
Well, I just want to go back to this one.
Oh.
You know, the person who was asking, like, how many videos should I make to eat 4,000 hours of watch time, and et cetera, et cetera. I mean, that shouldn't be the question for your channel, really. The question right now should be, how do I make more videos about the Owl House Witch's Apprentice? Because every time you make a video on that topic, you get many multiples of views versus the random games that you keep occasionally posting on your channel. This is about channel focus and consistency. So, like, how focused should I be on my channel? That's what's going to answer your question, instead of how many videos should I make. Because if you continue to make these Owl House Witch videos, I don't know, you could do it in like 100. If you continue to make videos about F1 mobile racing, you might have to make 3,000 videos before you hit 4,000 hours of watch time.
Yeah. And you're definitely into the habit of reusing thumbnails and making titles that aren't inherently that interesting. I would be playing around with titles and thumbnails more in all of your content that you're doing. Avoid episode numbers. No one really cares what episode number you're on. Like, what happened? What was the thing? You know, definitely have talked about that in past videos. We don't need to do a full channel audit or anything like that. So, Flaming Shane, I make Brawl Stars content now. I've gathered a handful of loyal people. Tomorrow, if I start introducing a new game along with Brawl Stars, I would get 7 to 10 views. How to go about it? Because it's discouraging. The new game you're introducing, what is the relationship that those viewers have with Brawl Stars? What, like, is there a connection? Have you done some research to find that, hey, people who play Brawl Stars also really like this new game I'm going to play? Because if you haven't done that research, then I think you're going to get the views you're expecting to get. I think the view counts will be unsatisfactory for you. And there's no way to avoid that, because what you're effectively doing is building a new audience within your channel. And you can do that. You can totally pivot games. You can totally do that. Here's the problem. If you try to play Brawl Stars on Fridays and you try to play, or let's say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you play Brawl Stars, and then Tuesday and Thursday, you play a different game that has nothing to do with Brawl Stars. I'm trying to think of just a random game, like Stardew Valley. You're going to, anyone who watches your Brawl Stars content is not going to click the Stardew Valley content, right? So YouTube is going to say, well, that's weird. Usually this person watches Flaming Shane, but they're not today. That's kind of like a strike against you, quote unquote. Heavy quotes there. It's not a strike, but it's the YouTube algorithm saying, interesting. The Stardew Valley people will eventually start to trickle in as time goes on. As you make this valuable, interesting Stardew Valley content, they're going to see your Brawl Stars content and they're not going to click it. It makes it so the YouTube recommendation system has a harder time recommending your videos to the right people who want to see them, which is why we talk about channel focus so much. So if you want to avoid this, if you have a different game that you want to play alongside your game that you're playing now, the best thing you can do, start a new channel, unless you know that there's a huge overlap with the two audiences or the two games.
Well said. Was that the last star question we had?
That was the last star question.
I actually saw this question on YouTube Stories when I was doing a Q&A.
Oh.
Does the AVC1 codec matter on 1080p videos on YouTube? My opinion is the quality looks awful with this codec. So I would say, from a personal point of view, I have never noticed the difference in codec quality from one YouTube video to another. And I would assume that's the same for 99% of viewers who probably either don't notice or don't care enough of a slight degradation in quality. I would say that the only time that this really matters is when the creator really prides himself on having the best quality footage. An example might be MKBHD. I think he very much wants to make sure that it's uploaded in the right codec. But for me, this is probably one of those things that you don't need to worry too much about. And I'm sure there are solutions on YouTube to tell you how to render your videos in the codec that YouTube likes the most.
Yeah, there might be some very simple guides out there, just for, depending on what editor you use. Maybe look up tutorials for the editor and go into the exporting / rendering phase of the tutorials and just see what they're doing.
I've just done a very quick search here, and apparently this video seems like it might have an answer to get the best VP9 codec for uploading YouTube videos.
We can't see your cursor, but I'm guessing you mean the first video there?
Yeah.
There we go. Cool. All right.
Well, what is this? The YouTube.com activate enter code. I'm curious about that
now. Maybe, what do you think? Like 1 or 2 more questions?
Sure. Since Savage interrupted.
As a gaming channel, do you look at your title or your thumbnail first if a video isn't doing well? Kind of depends.
I would say that's the only thing you can really look at, which you can change once the video's gone live. Yeah, I'm again in this video where I talk about what you should do after you publish your video. I think tracking the performance of your videos to get an understanding of what is a healthy click-through rate for your content and a healthy average view duration. The thing you got to remember is that everybody, so an impression represents the thing that everybody does with your content. They see it. A click represents somebody actually getting through the thumbnail and title process, and then the watch time is the flow of the viewing experience. But everybody, like 100% of people, see the impression on your content. So that is the most important thing, and it is. You can change the messaging, the pitch, the sales, the marketing of your video through the thumbnail and the title. So yeah, definitely. If you feel as if your content isn't performing as it should do, then the first thing you want to do is look to change that thumbnail and title. But consider this, you should probably have 4 or 5 different variants of a title and thumbnail before you even publish a video. Because if it's 2 hours after the video has gone live and it's performing poorly, and then you just start making random changes to titles and thumbnails, you're kind of throwing Hail Marys at this point. You're panicking and you're just hoping something's going to work.
There's been a few times where I've changed a thumbnail or a title and actually seen success later on. But it kind of takes knowing your audience. Like I had one where I referenced something in a game I was playing, and after the video went up, it tanked really hard. Now I was following a similar title structure to videos that were very successful. So I didn't think it was the title, which is what led me to the thumbnail. And I realized what I was referencing in the thumbnail wasn't very known. So I basically had the same thumbnail, but just changed one element to something a little more well-known and still relevant to the video. And then that video became one of my top performing videos of all time. Hundreds of thousands of views, where it was about to be one of my worst performing videos. So it was incredible. But if I didn't know enough about the game, I might not have ever caught on like, oh, that thing I referenced is actually not that well known. And it feels out of context with the title I've created. So it's nuanced. All right, let's see. Let me just refresh here. Oh, we don't have any more start comments.
Sorry, I was.
It's all right.
In the background.
I could have been looking as well.
Do you think switching from scripted to unscripted videos will affect viewers and subs? I'm now confident doing gaming content using a script, but looking to switch even if I do more ums and ahs. I've just done that there, haven't I? I think the best way to find the answer to that is to test it. There are merits to both. I think when you script something, you can make it really tight and you can make the video move at a very quick pace. But at the same time, especially in the vlog world, people appreciate authenticity and vulnerability. I don't know how well that's going to translate in your presumably gaming content, but yeah, I think it's something that you should test out. And it may be that it took you time to develop scripting your content. It may take you time to develop this ad hoc, ad lib, off the top of your head style of presentation. I would love to be able to get to that point because, again, I'm talking about this video about what to do after you publish your video. I think it's about 16 minutes long now, but the recording process of it has been torturous because I do like 10 seconds of takes and get the wording right, and then I have to start all over again. Sometimes I've scripted bits of it, but I would just love to be able to just talk to camera for 15 minutes, really succinctly, get all the information I need, and then edit that all up in one go. But I'm not there yet either. It's one of my failings as a creator and something I would love to improve in the future.
I would look at it as a case-by-case basis. I mean, it just depends on the kind of videos you're making, but I've done a couple of unscripted vidIQ videos. Most of my videos at vidIQ are scripted. I take time to write down my thoughts, and I make almost a word-for-word script by the end of it. And there's been a couple times where I haven't done that, and what it ends up meaning is more time working on the back end. Now I'm editing more because
Yeah.
maybe there were ums and ahs that I don't want in there or whatever. So, and a couple of them is fine. It's, you know, it adds to the authenticity. But if you're somebody who leans heavily on a word or a phrase, like a lot of us tend to do, or ums or whatever, you might want to take the time to start cutting those out. So it really, by the time you've edited a video, you may have scripted it, even though you didn't sit in front of a keyboard and actually write out a script. You know what I mean? Because you're still taking out parts that you don't want in there. So in a way, you're always scripting videos if you think of it that way. Anyway, do it case by case. If there's a video that you just feel like I kind of know what I want to say, I don't need to write a script, then just hit record and go. Try it out. But if you don't force yourself, don't be like, well, now I only do unscripted videos because I said I was going to. Like, just, you know, give some reasoning behind it. There's no rules. You can do it how you feel, you know, works best.
All right. What do you reckon, Dan?
We did it.
You sound tired.
I'm sufficiently questioned out.
All right.
I think we did good work here.
I agree.
Yeah. Now you have to go hang a gold play button.
Yay.
And
oof. Just here one more time, folks. Thank you, everybody.
There you
there
go.
you are again, Dan. Look, you're on screen.
Oh, it's me. I was gonna put you full screen, and then you distracted me. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Hey. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. Look forward to hanging this up so you can see it in all of our videos. Because
So
you helped us do this.
You got to do that. I got to go nurse my chip tooth for my cat. By the way, if you enjoy vidIQ and our tools, there's a 30-day free trial down below. So go ahead and grab that if you haven't already. 30 days of all of our tools, our full suite of tools, absolutely free. Check that out in the description below. We don't just do Q&A videos and live streams. We have a whole suite of vidIQ tools to help you grow on YouTube. All right, cool. I think that's it, right?
It certainly is. Keep an eye out for videos being launched on a regular basis. I think the next one will be on Friday. Then we'll have one on Monday, and we'll be back to channel audits on Tuesday.
Sweet. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Be safe.
Peace out.